All right, we are live for keto class, y'all. Keto class. This has been a week-long class, y'all. This class has been evolving all week long, so I can't wait to share with you guys. I don't know how deep I'm gonna go into it. The mastermind got the down deep into this yesterday. So I can't go that deep on this one, but I'm going to definitely give y'all a lot of information. The food label piece. That piece is the part I won't go into tonight, but in my grading system. So I've been working on my grading system. So that's going to be a huge deal, y'all. Just giving you the ability to just grade products, just to say, I can look at this product and I can grade it, and I know whether it's an A, B, C, D, E, or E, and you know whether you should bring it home or not, or you know what you're bringing home. So if you bring home a D product, you know you bring home a D product, right? So a lot of that's going to happen. In the next few weeks, you'll see that. So I see Misty in here. See, we got Sheila. He said, hey there, Shishi. We got, let's see. Oh, man, I missed it. Who we got? Double click that one. So, hey, we got Melanie on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all like it on YouTube. Make sure you go to the YouTube page and actually subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell. So anytime I go live on YouTube, you'll see that. Make sure you do that. So Misha, what's up, Misha? So Misha's in the mastermind. You got Penny. Hey, Penny. Thanks for popping in here. We got Renee. Renee is here. So thank you, Renee, for popping in. Renee is the reason why I got this book, y'all. I always put that out there because Renee, she encouraged me to start writing stuff down more. And I did. I started writing things down in a notebook because I used to write them just on sticky notes, which gets lost in the sauce over time. So, Mega Woman is in the house. Mega Woman, what's your challenge right now? I haven't been on TikTok as much, so I haven't seen your challenge. What's your new challenge? What's your challenge right now? So I see Connie out there. What's up, Connie? We getting ready to get it going. So I said, don't forget to give a YouTube thumbs up. Yes, Penny, appreciate that. Reminding everybody to give a like to the YouTube channel. Give a like to the Facebook post too, because I can see right here that I don't have any. Like nobody gave it a thumbs up. Nobody. I mean, the least you could do is just give it a thumbs up. You can wait to see if the information is helpful, though. You don't have to just give it a thumbs up for nothing. But if you've been here before and you know that you always get value, then give it a thumbs up so other people who need to find a ketogenic lifestyle can find it. So I see Candace. Candace is in the mastermind. She's one of the newbies. I think she is getting a great benefit from the mastermind. She stays in there. She asks questions. She learns every single week. And that's what it's about. He said, woohoo, I'm ready. That Facebook user, I don't know who you are. I want to shout you out, but you got to go. Make sure you go to the title. And when you get to the title, make sure you allow StreamYard to recognize you. And that's how your name can pop up just like everyone else's. So I see we got Ellen, 60 plus pounds down. Happy Sunday. Say keto knowledge night. Yes, this is my Sunday keto class, y'all. Y'all know I've been doing this keto class for about 4 years now. So it's every Sunday. So if you're in my Facebook group, you literally can go through and search videos and you can see keto classes from 4 years ago in here. So the Facebook group is definitely a great place to be. It's my TikTok folk getting ready to get logged off. Hopefully I make it. So y'all definitely make sure you get into that group. So Tammy is in here, and I got Maria in there as well. So we got some superstars in here. It's a lot of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Melanie in there. Connie is 80 something pounds down, 80 something. So we getting ready to have a celebration for Connie because she's going to be the first mastermind member to lose 100 pounds in the mastermind. So she's going to be celebrated real soon, y'all. So hopefully in the next few weeks or so, she's going to be celebrated because she's been losing. Connie, you can drop it in there how much you done lost in the mastermind. So that's awesome. So, whoa, Emma. Hey, Emma, got my thumbs up, Emma. So we got Candace. Yes, she's learning a lot in there. So, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving the comments. Oh, Tiffany, you got your name in there now. Okay, Tiffany said, I'm ready. So Marianne in there. So, hey, Marianne, also a mastermind member. You say, I can't believe I missed 4 years of your coaching. Yeah, 4 years. 4 years. So 90-something. Oh, my goodness. Connie is at 90-something pounds, y'all. We're going to have a party, y'all. We're going to have an online Zoom. I promise we're going to have an online party for 100 pounds, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. y'all, I'm telling y'all, I might just do a free coaching Friday or something that day, and I'm just gonna put out the link, and everybody coming. We just celebrate. So we gotta celebrate Connie. So you said I can't get on YouTube. Oh man, Tammy, it's a lot of people here on YouTube. You gotta find your way. So let's get started, y'all. So I'm talking about food labels, y'all. I'm talking about how the food labels can be tricky. So I'm gonna give you some of the things you gotta look for. I'm gonna give you some of the things you gotta look for when it comes to the food labels. So a lot of people congratulating Connie there. So these are the things you gotta look for these on the food labels, y'all. So when you're looking at food labels and all the newbies on TikTok, y'all know I won't talk to the screen yet, but I'll come back at the end. We have the after party after I finish the formal class here. So what I always say is, y'all, you can't judge a book by its cover. I think people tend to like walk up to a product and see 4 net carbs and throw it in the basket. That is only looking at the cover of the book. You cannot only look at the book, the cover. You gotta turn it over, or open the book in a sense for this analogy. You gotta open the book. So you gotta be able to do that, because if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble, y'all. Because just looking at 4 net carbs is just not enough. It's just not enough, because now we gotta figure out where those net carbs came from. Because if it's 4 net carbs, that means it's 4 carbs left to run amok in your body. So you need to know which ingredient is providing that carb. You need to know which ingredient is providing that carb. And of course, there's so much to this. And I know I can't teach you everything tonight, but I'm gonna promise y'all, get you a notepad, because you're gonna want to keep some of this information on you when you go in the grocery store, because this will help you a lot. All right, this will definitely help you a lot. So I see we got Anna in here. That's awesome. So Tammy says Tammy made her way to YouTube. Melanie, congrats to Connie. So I always talk about SAME. SAME is stevia, allulose, monk fruit, erythritol. So those are our 4 sweeteners. Those are the 4 sweeteners that we want to look for. If we're looking for a keto product and it's sweet, we need to know that those are in there. So what we did learn yesterday is that chocolate is a little bit different. So I'll be tightening that part up. But chocolate's a little bit different because some of the natural, the dark chocolates don't necessarily have those sweeteners in them. So because they will actually use regular sugar. So my teaching is to stay away from the regular dark chocolate and get a Lily's type of dark chocolate. That way you're not getting the added sugars, because they're going to use stevia or allulose or monk fruit or one of those, or erythritol. So if you're looking at just an 85%, like a Lindt type dark chocolate, they're going to add sugar to it, and there's not going to be any sugar alcohols. So I teach for you just kind of stay a little bit more towards the Lily's brand, because in that way you're not getting the real deal sugar. But is dark chocolate awful? No, it's not, because that was one of the things that got me through. In the beginning, I would get a lot of healthy fat from it, as well as a lot of and it wasn't so sweet that you crave it. So it would kind of give you that satisfaction, and you could keep it moving. So he said, hello, started following on TikTok and learned about keto about a year ago from you. Oh, that's awesome. He said, I've now lost 100 pounds and 10 inches. Thanks so much for teaching and coaching. Wow. And definitely let the go up top and let StreamYard recognize you, so I know who you are. So I appreciate that. I'm glad that I was able to help through the teaching. So I see the same info really helped me. So Penny's talking about the same info. So that S.A.M.E, that's something that was formulated in mastermind, because I would always teach it. But I would forget, like I'd be like stevia, allulose, erythritol, and monk fruit, right? So they came up with the acronym because they know I love acronyms. SAME. So SAME is the acronym. So now I say it seamlessly: stevia, allulose, monk fruit, erythritol. Like, so that the acronym will help you, because now you can write SAME. Which are the ones I'm looking for? Stevia, allulose, monk fruit, erythritol. So if you don't see those on the package and the package is sweet, you should be leery. Dark chocolate is going to be a little bit out of that realm, because dark chocolate is going to be sweetened with sugar. Let's be real. The 85% dark chocolate is going to be sweetened with sugar. I suggest to go to the Lily's or whatever other brand that is like Lily's. I don't know them all, but which one is like Lily's. So check those out. So Renee says same is a game changer. So here go the ingredients that are non-negotiables for me. So when I see these ingredients, I'm putting the product back. No questions asked. I don't care what the net carbs are. I don't care what the nutritional label said. I'm putting it back. That is sucralose, aspartame, maltodextrin. So when I see those three, I'm just like all bets off. And I do that as well because as a keto educator, we got to teach these companies not to put that stuff in it. So if you continuously buying this product with it in it and the masses are buying it, what's going to happen? They're going to keep putting that in there. So if they get to the point where I'm educating you not to buy that product and then they learn not to sell that product, they'll improve it. Perfect example, skinny drinks. So the skinny drink people, they had all of these skinny syrups. I mean, they probably were the most popular syrups, keto or not. People were buying them. When I would go into certain stores, I would see everybody looking for the skinny drinks, right? Because they like to just pour them in coffee and whatever else they like to pour it in, right? But skinny syrup came out with a keto version, right? And they came out with the keto version, and basically the only difference was it didn't have sucralose. So in my mind, that tells me right away they understood that sucralose is not a desirable ingredient. Tarani is the same way. They got the syrups that everybody was out here buying and putting in their drinks and using in their coffees and whatever. They come out with a whole new line of syrups, and what's missing? Sucralose. They took the sucralose out of the syrup. So it's like these companies know that this is not the best product. They know it's not the best thing. And for me, non-negotiable. So if these are in there, I'm not buying it. And I'm not buying it not only because I know that these ingredients are not good for you health-wise, but they're not good for the keto community as well. Because sucralose, I talk about this all the time. Sucralose is known to increase blood sugar. Mega Woman is in here right now. Y'all seen her post. Mega Woman is in here. She duetted me on TikTok because she took my challenge. I say, do a 7 days without sucralose. She did 7 days without sucralose. She monitored her blood sugar change. Not only did she monitor her blood sugar change, she monitored her weight loss for that 7 days. And she duetted me like on the 5th day. And she had improvements just by the 5th day. So y'all, you got to understand, y'all, that sucralose is not good for you. Is it going to work that way for everybody? Of course not. Because, there's always anomalies in science. There's always anomalies in science. So am I going to say always and never? But if I'm coaching the masses and I know that it's a 50-50 chance that this is going to slow your results, I'm going to tell you to stay away from it. Because then that means it's a 50-50 chance I'm a good coach, right? And so I want 100% of y'all to win. So I'm going to take my chances on saying don't drink it, don't use it, right? Because it even does things to your gut biome that you don't see and that you may not feel necessarily right away, but you definitely want to be mindful of. So aspartame, same type thing. You take a mint with aspartame in it and sit it on the ground, ants won't even touch it. So that right there should tell you something right there. Ants, although they may not have a big brain like us, they're some of the smartest creatures on earth, right? They're some of the smartest creatures on earth. So they won't even touch it. They walk right around it. You can see it. They go right around it. So aspartame is another one that I say stay away from. They got better drinks now as well. So, you can always use a better product. So if you like soda, hey, and you like those drinks with the aspartame and sucralose, I can guide you to the thing that's similar. It may taste a lot like it. It may taste a little like it, but I can guide you to the thing that's very similar to it that does not have those ingredients. So maltodextrin is the third one. So here goes some other ingredients that you need to look at. Now those ingredients can definitely be tricky. Those are my non-negotiables. So here go my non-negotiables in regards to starches. So starches also, you got to watch out. If it says starch or it says flour, you got to be mindful of it. So I'll just name a few of those because, that just to kind of put them in your mind and maybe you can write them down. Cassava starch. If you see Kassava, cassava, if you see cassava starch, then I'm going to leave that product alone. If you see bleached white flour, this was the one that really blew my brain, which really started me doing blood glucose videos because I couldn't understand why people were eating those tortillas. And I'm like, they got like bleached white flour in them. Why are people eating them? It was like the second ingredient. And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why are people eating these thinking that they're keto? And lo and behold, what it do? My blood sugar's up for an extended period of time. And my insulin works well. So, that bleached white flour, yeah, you gotta be mindful of that. Tapioca starch. You want to stay away from tapioca starch. Organic whole wheat flour. That's another one you want to stay away from. And then like if you see chicory root flour or you see corn starch. So anytime you see starch or flour, you want to take a step back and evaluate. And I gave you a few of the names, and there are a lot more of them that I could give you for sure. That I'm going to create a graphic at some point with a lot of these on there. But here's the caveat: like if these are in parentheses, then it alters it a little bit. So I can say that I'm 100% against some of these, but if they're in parentheses, they may not spike your blood sugar, but you would have to test it to see. But if it's not in parentheses, it's an automatic put it back. It's an automatic put it back. Don't fool with it. If it's in the less than 2%, some of these ingredients may not spike your blood sugar because they may have used a small amount of it. So those are the only times where you can kind of even give it a thought. And even then, I say no, but I know we live in a real world where people are gonna, sometimes they're gonna want this or want that. And I would say use that as a choice day. Instead of going all the way across the fence and going back to the standard American diet, use the parentheses in the less than 2% with some of these ingredients in there on those days that you're kind of having a choice day. But for the most part, if you see starch or you see flour, you want to stay away. Of course, if you see coconut flour, that's gonna be okay for the most part. But almond flour is gonna always be the best because almond flour is like a 0 on the glycemic index scale. So you want to really look for almond flour, and some of these other flours like the cassava starches and the bleached white flours and the tapioca starch or tapioca flour. Those are ones you want to be mindful of right away. If it's in parentheses with like 4 or 5 other things, then maybe it's a smaller amount and it may not affect your blood sugar. But that that's a personal choice. So when those items are in there, for the most part, I'm putting it back, whether it's in parentheses or not. And I have a grading system that kind of tells you what other things to look for. So there goes Mega Woman talking about her sucralose. She said sucralose no good. So she did that duet after she documented her 7 days of no sucralose, and I'm sure it's been longer than now. She's no sucralose at all, right? So these ingredients can be confusing. I'm getting ready to give you a list of ingredients that can be confusing. They are modified starches. So when you see something that says modified, it's one of those things where I'm still doing research on it. But when I've tested my blood sugar on things that have modified starch on there, it's been little to no blood sugar increase. When I've researched things that have resistant starch in it, little to no increase. If it's in parentheses or under the 2%, then you know it's good. You're fine. If it's the first ingredient, you want to be leery. I'm hoping that I don't lose my TikTok folk before I can get to my charger. So you basically you want the modified starch and the resistant starch for the most part have not spiked my blood sugar. But you want to be leery. You want to be mindful. It can be confusing because they say you can read publications that say if it's modified, it's a fiber. They modified it to be a fiber. The resistant, they got a lot of this talk about resistant starches, and you can take a potato and you can cook it and you can put it in the refrigerator. I don't subscribe to that. So I know that that's out there. I don't subscribe to that. So if you follow my coaching, don't go cook a potato, put it in the refrigerator, and then think that it's going to be resistant starch and you're not going to spike your blood sugar. I don't subscribe to that. But apparently they do put resistant starches inside of some of these ingredients. And the ones I've tried don't spike blood sugar. But I don't subscribe to it when it comes to taking a food item and heating it and then cooling it and thinking that that's not going to do it. So resistant starch in that way. Dextrin, because people confuse dextrin. And I even look at the little things that they put online, and they'll have it wrong on there. Dextrin is a fiber. Now, Dextran is a sugar. So people will kind of confuse those. And I've seen like some of these sugar graphics and they'll have dextrin in there, like, and not the dextran. So it can be confusing. So if you see dextrin, it's a fiber. If you see tapioca, fiber. So if the word says whatever, so say it says tapioca in front, and then it says fiber in the back, that means it's fine. If it says tapioca, then it says starch, then you got to be mindful. So some people see the tapioca and their brain just shuts down and they don't look at the next word. So if you see tapioca fiber, then it's probably not going to spike your blood sugar. And let me preface this by saying that my focus is blood sugar. So I know some people are going to focus on certain ingredients. You shouldn't eat that ingredient. The only ones that aren't blood sugar focused for the most part are maltodextrin, which could aspartame, and sucralose, which could kind of be deemed as like, okay, that's not going to spike your blood sugar. But I focus on blood sugar. So I know some people will have these certain ingredients that they're going to tell you to stay away from. I'm focusing on your blood sugar being increased and your insulin being increased. So if it says fiber behind, then usually from my experience, no blood sugar spikes. Inulin is a fiber as well. So inulin is a fiber. So these are some of the ones that can be confusing to people. So hopefully you jotted those down and maybe you got a better understanding of those. So let's look at the oils real quick. So here goes some oils. You basically want to stay away from the polyunsaturated fats. So you want to stay away from the polyunsaturated fats. So you can just Google that, polyunsaturated oils, and you'll get a list, right? Soybean oil, corn oil. So why I mention these more so because they cause inflammation, high in omega-6s, those type things that you hear over and over and over again. So is it a deal breaker for these? No, it's not a deal breaker. For me and my teachers, not a deal breaker, because my thought is if you're buying something in a bag or a box, I think we're all just well enough aware that it's not going to be, we're not going in buying something in a bag or a box and expecting it to be the healthiest item in the store. We know that we're buying it in a bag or a box for convenience, because maybe we have to at the moment, or whatever it might be, or, you're on the move, or, whatever it might be. But understand that it's a bag or a box. So, but no, by no stretch of the imagination am I saying any of this stuff is healthy or the best thing for you. But these are ways that you can keep yourself in the ketosis as you eat something in a bag or a box, like if you're on the move or whatever. So these oils are not going to contribute to spiking your blood sugar, but it also can kind of tell you the quality of the product. So soybean oil, corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, coconut seed oil, canola oil, any of the vegetable oils, grapeseed oil, rice bran oil, and margarine we know, and then peanut oil we added in the mastermind yesterday. So peanut oil is another one. So these are oils that you want, if you see them on the label, you basically, want to be mindful of that. If you can find another product that doesn't have those oils, then that's what you want to do. And that's the main thing. If you find a product that has these ingredients, you want to say, okay, let me see if I can find a similar product that doesn't have it, that doesn't have these ingredients. So that's where you you want to go. So Missy said Keto Church. I said no, they ain't had Keto Church. They only had Keto Church and what's the name? She said, what about digestive resistant maltodextrin? I just don't fool with maltodextrin at all, Mega Woman. So I know that the resistant, and it says digestive resistant. I haven't done enough research on that one, and I don't see a lot of products with that. But definitely, that's definitely one I would like to do more research. But anything that say maltodextrin for me is a no, because I just have done a lot of research on maltodextrin by itself and the health issues that it causes. So Connie said, Misty, just wait till Mastermind. He said, we really gonna have Keto Church. He said, I got a message. And Coach E, stay having a message. Love you. Yeah. So we call it Keto Church in our mastermind group. And we get in there and we really talk about the mindset and those type things. So those are the oils you want to stay away from. So I do have a list of good oils. Let me give you that list, and then I'm going to talk about sugar alcohols, and then we're going to get out of here for the night, right? So your good oils are going to be your extra virgin olive oil, your coconut oils, your avocado oil, those that you're used to, your MCT oils. So these are the less known. So if any of those bad oils I read said high oleic in front of it, then that makes it okay. All right. That means it was processed in a healthy way. So if high oleic is in front of it, that makes it okay. So we look at sesame seed oil is good, macadamia nut oil, palm oil, and then any of the animal fats, right? So these are some of the oils that these are oils that are good. So I have a grading system, which I'll share with you when I feel comfortable. I'll come in and I'll just do a bunch of different labels and I'll share the grading system. But here again, in the grading system, chocolate seems to be the outlier. It seems to be that's the one that like it doesn't really work for, because chocolate has to use sugar, right? Even the 85 and 95% has to use sugar, and sugar is detrimental, you know, in my grading system. That if it has sugar, you know, that's a huge hit in the grading system. So, but I'll share the grading system with you. Like oils would be like a -10. So every oil that you see would be a -10. And we start at 100 and it's a grading system. So that's just to give you an idea. So if you saw 2 of these oils, that particular product would be -20, you know, -20 points. And you would be able to say, oh, this is a low B before you even look at any of the other characteristics of the product. So I'll get that out to y'all though soon enough. All right. So let's look at the sugar alcohols. So erythritol is the only sugar alcohol that's acceptable in a food item. I'm just going to let y'all know that right off the bat. There are other sugar alcohols out there, and I'm just telling y'all this because I don't want y'all to get tricked up by a company that don't know no better and they start using some of these other ones and people just subtracting it. So you got mannitol, sorbitol. Xylitol is one that you will see in gum. If it's in gum, it's fine. I would not buy a bag of xylitol. I would not buy a product that has xylitol in it. Lactitol, isomalt was in a lot of products. Isomaltol oligosaccharides. Oh my goodness, they was in a lot of products. A lot of companies caught on and started taking that out. Quest was one of them that used to have that in there in all of their bars, and they took them out. And maltitol, and then there's also I mentioned mannitol. So these are sugar alcohols, but we don't want none of those sugar alcohols. The only one we want is the one that's in the same acronym, which is erythritol. So don't get caught up in something saying sugar alcohols and it's like subtracting it and you look and it's like maltitol. And a lot of products that have that maltitol in it are the Atkins products. So a lot of times y'all see those Atkins products, they got that maltitol in there. So be mindful of that. They actually had a huge lawsuit about that maltitol being in their products and being marketed as diabetic products and then having maltitol, because erythritol is the only one that is a 0 to a 0.0 on the caloric intake. So erythritol is it, y'all. So these other sugar alcohols, be mindful of. And I always make sure that I talk about the language, because people will say sugar alcohols and they're really talking about natural sugars. And they might be talking about stevia, allulose, and monk fruit, and they call it a sugar alcohol. I want you to understand there's a difference. I need you to understand there's a difference so that there's no confusion. Erythritol is the only sugar alcohol that we should be dealing with, unless it's xylitol and gum. If it's in gum, it's fine. It's no biggie. Here goes some different words for sugars. And if there are any questions, y'all drop them in here now. So dextrin with the A, that's another word for sugar. We got malt, syrup, dextrose. You got fructose. I think most of us know that from high fructose corn syrup, right? You got glucose. Honey is one, and agave. So people always ask me, can we have honey? Can we have agave? These are 2 that you want to stay away from. So are they necessarily quote unquote sugars? Not necessarily, but I'm putting that in that realm because people always ask about honey and agave. Maltodextrin, maltose, molasses, and sucralose. Did I say syrup? Syrup, yes, syrup. So if you see the word something another syrup, then you need to know that that's pretty much going to be a sugar. If you see dextrose, sugar. Fructose, sugar. Glucose, sugar. If you got honey or agave, stay away from it, because it's going to have that glycemic index that's going to increase your blood sugar, which we don't want. All right. So that's my little rundown for the night, just to kind of hopefully y'all could write some of these down. It's recorded, so you can go back. You can get some of these down so that when you go shopping, you know what you're looking for. Remember, some of these flours and starches, if it's in parentheses, then you can kind of take a step back and say, all right, I might try it, but I need to check my blood sugar. Or if it's in the less than 2%, I might try, but I got to check my blood sugar. But for the most part, though, if I see those, I'm putting it back. I'm going to look for something that's better. So he said, I just bought some candy that had maltitol in it. Yes. So maltitol is one. And then before I learned about S.A.M.E. Yeah. So you got to be mindful of maltitol. A lot of these companies are still using maltitol. Some of those, I can't remember the name of it. Somebody put it in the chat. They're like called, I want to say Equate, but that's the name of the lotions and stuff. It's like I don't want to say the wrong company name. But they basically sell them at Aldi. Those, for the most part, have had bad ingredients, but now they came out with a newer one that has less bad ingredients, but it still has one. It still has a bad ingredient in it. So y'all got to be mindful of those. They sell those little bars and stuff. They almost look like the Atkins line of bars. So be mindful of those, and y'all feel free to share those food labels with me. So y'all, hope that this was helpful for y'all, and y'all got any questions, drop them in here. Make sure I see my phone is jumping off right now. I don't know if if it's not near me, if it's one of y'all in the mastermind trying to tell me something that I done forgot or didn't say, then it's not near me, so I ain't gonna get it. I'm trying to stream my number here since the phone is going off. That's not it. So there it is right there. So that's the number, y'all. That's my number. So you can definitely use that. Send me a text. And we can set up a time to chat and kind of get you going in the right direction. That's my book. I'm trying to make sure I point the right way. That's my book over there, y'all, called The Keto Playbook. That is on Etsy. You can check out my book on Etsy. I also have a 2-month meal plan on Etsy that you can get. 2-month meal plan, 63 recipes, 2 months worth of food items that go along with the recipes and the meal plan. So you definitely can check that out on Etsy. It is an Etsy bestseller, and it's only $5. And my book is $9. If you get both of them, you get a discount. So I think when you get one, it sends you a coupon. So you can get both of them and get the discount, y'all. And it will definitely walk you through the ketogenic lifestyle. And there's my number. So if you have any questions after getting the book or the meal plan, I'm here for you. So y'all know y'all can find me. I also have my course that's there. If you get my course, you also get free coaching inside the course. You will be entered into the mastermind group. So you can watch the course and you can show up in the mastermind and get live help. So you always hear me talk about the mastermind. That's my coaching program. I don't do individual coaching, like because I realize that I can help more people if I do it in group settings. And the mastermind, those who've been at for 6 months, are also a huge help to helping as well. So yeah, so I see the Elevate. That's the name of it. I didn't want to say the wrong name, but yes, the Elevate products. They had the old ones are bad. Like they got maltitol, everything in it. The new ones are better, but it has one ingredient in it that I was like, they still ain't got right. But if I see the box, I can tell you. So say, guess I got to do clean out again. Oh no, Candace. Oh, you just let us know. He said you need to invest in the meter. Yes, the meters help. Not a necessity. He said elevation bars. Okay, elevation. You said worth every penny. So yes. So Melanie, I'm glad that you're a part of the mastermind as well. So y'all check out the links in my bio, and that will take you to anything. Promo codes. I wouldn't buy anything keto unless I looked at my promo code page, because I am the master of promo codes. I'm getting as many as I can. And because I've had such a large community on Facebook before, most of the companies will give me promo codes. So I'll load my page up with promo codes every time I can get one. And everything that I do a promo code for is a product / company I approve. I will not put a promo code for a company that has 2 good products and the rest of them are bad, because I don't want anybody to be confused. So for the most part, if I put a promo code in there, 90% of the products that this company sells is good. And I'm gonna say 95%, because there's always that one thing that you may just not know that they have. But pretty much, if y'all see a promo code, you know it's good. You know, you don't have to second guess it. Same thing in my Amazon store. If you go to the Amazon store, and I'm calling it the Amazon shopping list. So if you go to my bio, click the Amazon shopping list, the Amazon logos or whatever I have there, then you will be able to go to each section, candy bars or cereals or coffees or whatever section you want to go to, and you can actually go in there and find products. And if you don't get them off Amazon, maybe you see it locally, but at least you know that it's Keto Coachy approved, right? All right. So y'all, I appreciate y'all being here with me tonight. And I will be back at y'all again next Sunday for Keto class. What are we going to talk about next Sunday? I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about the grading system next week. So y'all make sure y'all don't miss it. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Click the bell. Click the bell on the YouTube channel so that every time I go live, you'll know that I went live and can jump in there and comment and share and all that good stuff. And make sure you're in the Facebook group so you can share your meals, so you can ask questions about what's on this ingredient or this food label, or you can just share your wins. Or maybe if you're having a struggle, you just go into the group so that people can rally around you. So make sure you're in all of my groups, y'all, so that we can make sure that you are doing the keto the right way and help you win. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see y'all again next Sunday. Y'all have a great week. See y'all.